Hey Carlos, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out, spoke with Maribel on Friday, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things short and quick. Just want to show you a couple of tips that you guys can do to potentially, improve your web presence and get more traffic online. So, with that, let me get started. I went through and looked through your website. There is a lot of really great things you're doing here. One, you have a ton of content. Content's super important. You have a click to call up here. You're linked to your socials. You have your web form submit. You're doing a lot of good things. Your heading tags are keywords. You have keywords throughout. You're linking to other pages. So, really going through your site. First, your site is massive. You have a ton of pages throughout the entire site, but it was done correctly, and there's a lot of good things that you're doing there. So I don't know if I would necessarily make many changes. Maybe on some of those back pages, really focusing on your heading tags to include some location specific keywords more. And when I'm talking about that is like when you go to your areas, like say Harris County, say you go to Houston, Texas, local company in Houston, Texas, which is good, but looking through Houston, like roofing companies, Houston is a good keyword to have somewhere you might want as a heading. So, maybe changing a few things in terms of content, but we're talking about being nitpicky at this point because your site is really well done. So, maybe changing a few things here and there, but that's not really, a big thing in what I'm going to show you. The, second thing, usually what I talk about is your Google business profile. You are ranking number one for like roofing contractor Sugarland, right? You guys are right here, and you have about 40 more reviews than the next guy, so you're doing pretty good there. The one thing I would say though, there's really a couple things. Continue to add those reviews, right? If you can get one or two a week, that goes a long way. You'll double this in a year if you can get two a week. So keep adding reviews. Add photos that are saved as specific keywords and geotags. So if I wanted to rank for say this, well, not that one, roofing company Sugarland, right? I would find a potential location, save a photo as that keyword, and then I would maybe tag it here at this particular place, and Google will think that you did the roof there. So you really want those photos tagged as specific locations, and then saved as keywords. And then really you guys are posting once a week, that's fine. But if anybody starts posting 3 or 4 times a week, you kind of get left behind and you could drop. So I would say minimum probably post 2 or 3 times a week, and at most probably 4 or 5 times a week. So you have some room for growth there, but you are doing pretty good. And honestly, based on your locations, I would have, I'm not sure if you have multiple GMBs, but I would potentially have one if you have a location here in Houston and Katy, I would have a Google business profile for each of those locations as well. And just so that, uh, you know, you could pull traffic from those locations as well. So you might have them. I'm not sure. If not, definitely add those other GMBs because they can pull a lot of traffic. So, for instance, this keyword roofing companies Houston has 700 searches a month, and these can potentially pull in 40% of that, and sometimes even more. But let's just say 40% of that. You're looking at what's 40 times 7, 380. Um, did I do my math right? 380 potential you know clients every month that are coming to these guys and not anybody else. So really important to try to grow through your Google business profile because it's another way to get traffic to your site. And I'm sure you got that from this. I'm sure you're getting quite a bit of traffic on your Google business profile. So That would be just my second tip, to potentially add a couple more and, continue to build upon what you're already doing. So again, you're doing a lot of good things, so there's not, a ton. My biggest and probably most important tip would be just to continue to build and grow your website. And you've done a good job. You're ranking on 366 keywords, some of them national, local roofing company, Sugarland roofing, a lot of Sugarland roofing. But when I go into like Katy, for instance, and see what you're ranking for Katy, you're not ranking very high. You're not getting pretty much any traffic in Katy. And then the same, for Houston. And since you guys are doing things in both of those, you kind of want to rank for all of this stuff. So you are leaving some traffic there out on the table. And how you build up the strength of your site is through these referring domains. You want more referring domains that are sending links, and you want this visual representation of that trust and strength to be bigger. Um, this 29 is pretty good. Typically 20s, 30s, 40s is what you want to get to as a roofing company, and you do want a 1-to-1 ratio. But there are a lot of factors that are involved in this, and just to show you where your competition's at, this is Bronze Roofing there in Houston, and a little bit bigger, but as you can see, a little bit more keywords. They have, almost not quite double, like 175% maybe more traffic, and they are getting quite a bit more traffic every month. You're getting 69 hits, and they're getting almost 800. So there's a lot of traffic left on the table. There's a lot of things that you can go after. But those would be my few tips. And you take care of those few things. Definitely build on your links. Get a lot more links. There are different types of links. Guest posts and PBNs, and like there's a lot of different links to get, but definitely get those stronger, high authority, high traffic links that will give you power and get you to compete with these big dogs, because that's kind of what I would think that's what you're kind of getting at and getting to based on what I've seen here. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and I hope this gets you over the hump. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to a Google Calendar. Myself, or more than likely my partner Jackie, who lives there in Tomball, will give you a call back whenever, whatever fits your schedule. So with that, have a great day, and God bless. Bye.